I done tussle with a whale. I done handcuff lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I don't want that person to come out when he comes out. Hell, it's coming with him.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Busted Lip Podcast. My name is Mark Pavlovich, your way in the rock, the tall, cool one, TJ Harstein. And ladies and gentlemen, one of my ultimate favorite guests, and he's going to be easily one of my favorite guests of all time. Put your hands together for the one and only Jimmy Tropicana.
Everybody put your hands together. What up? What's happening?
What's Jimmy, you know what? I'm ecstatic to have you on the podcast today. And, you know, we've had guys from the NFL, NBA, you name it, everything. But we had some golf people on earlier on in the beginning of the Bus Live podcast. And the reason why we didn't have more on, because listen, if you had a problem going to sleep at night, you just had to listen to one of those podcasts. So literally when I knew you were going to be on, I said, people went nuts. And everybody was so excited that you were going to be on the podcast. And Jimmy, you know what I want to know is I want to know how you went from explaining golf like other people do and confusing the entire world on the confusion of golf. And then all of a sudden one day I'm stumbling onto you and you've simplified the game even for the most advanced golfer.
Well, Mark, hi. Nice to see you. Also, I'm doing well. How are you? TJ, how are you? We'll start there. Thank you for having me on the podcast. And now we'll get into your question now that we said hello, because that's how we do things. So the entire golf world happened to me by, I don't want to say accident, but the thing was I was playing a lot of golf and I was improving, but slowly. And I would get to certain points where I would play really, really well. And I'd say, man, if I could just harness this, I could play well tomorrow and the next day and the day after. But I would forget it. Or it wouldn't be the same, or the feeling would be different, just like it is. You know, you feel great on Wednesday and Thursday. You're like, who is this guy? I can't even hit the ball. Exactly. But there were certain things that I would do on Wednesday, and then I could not remember them on Thursday. I said, I know. I'm going to write it down on my notes of my phone. So I would write down all these notes, and I still have all these notes, hundreds of notes. Feel this, do this. I was playing well, and I did this. And then I said, this is bullshit. I gotta read through a million notes. Why don't I just film it? So I started making these videos for myself, and it would just be me holding the camera, no tripod, no microphone, no nothing. I would just say, okay, this is what I'm feeling, so that the next day I could watch it and really feel that video and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was feeling. And then I'd get into it and I would do it and I would learn little things on the course. I'd be like, I got to remember this. I got to remember how to hit this greenside bunker shot. I got to remember how to hit, out of the rough when I'm downhill, like just little things. And I would record it, just simple memos to myself, video messages. And then I would implement them and they would work. And I was like, wow, why don't I just, when I'm playing well, why don't I just film everything? And then I can look back at it and go, I played really well that day. Let's try to, recreate it. So I was making these videos for myself. And then I said, I can't keep all these videos on my phone. They're going to take up all my space. So I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to have my own page. When I go out and play, I'm going to watch all these videos. I'm going to smoke everybody. And then people started finding these videos. And they're like, dude, can you do a video about this? And I'm like, bro, these are for me, And they were very
This is my own instructional library.
Yeah, super informal, not well done. Just me holding a camera, speaking to myself on how to do things. And people were like, yo, this is good. Like, I can benefit from this. And like, can you make a 3-hole vlog of this so that we can see? And it just kept going and going and going. And then I started making these 45-minute videos. And then I cut it for Instagram. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. I can use this for myself on Instagram, and now people are obviously interested. Sure. So It was accidental, really. It was accidental, just for my own golf benefit. And from there, I'm responding to people's questions on how to do this and how to do that, and I get ideas from people. I watch a lot of people play golf. If I was to go play with YouTube, I would learn 10 different things that you do either correctly or incorrectly.
Correctly, yeah.
And it makes all the difference. So I would take that tip. I was like, I got to look, Mark's doing this. I'm going to make a video about this, because if Mark does it, there's probably 200 other people that do it.
For sure.
So that's where it all began, and that's where it's at now. I'm just learning by watching people, and then I can say, you know, this guy does it. There's a chance that a lot of people have that same issue, myself included.
Yeah. And when that all started, when you were playing golf a lot, you were out there, you started to notice things, write things down. Were you already deep into teaching at the time?
No, not at all.
Wild.
Not even close. I mean,
weren't teaching at all.
I was teaching myself only.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I knew what to do.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it every time I played.
Mm-hmm.
I would forget certain things. I would forget certain feelings. So now, after years, I'm like, oh, this is what you're supposed to feel. And now I have it down to just such general terms that it's so easy. Because golf can be this big or golf can be this big. And I prefer, don't be nasty, this big. Right?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to make it super, super complicated for anybody.
You know what? It caught me, Jimmy, because when I was watching it, I used to have a boxing instructor that used to always tell me, he'd say, Mark, be on the phone, right? And I'd be like, what are you talking about? He goes, just be on the phone all the time when you're throwing your jab.
Yeah.
And it's stuck in my head like big time. And I was boxing high-level boxers up to, you know, I was 50 years old. And I learned that way, like that, the way they would say certain things. And I noticed you do the exact same thing, right? And it's like when I started doing the stuff on the actual golf course that you were talking about, I was like, it was the same thing with my boxing instructor back on the day talking about being on the phone. It's the same philosophy you have. When it's like, okay, take it, take that back, slow and easy. And it's like all these little things just start sticking in my head. And people are like, Mark, you're really hitting the ball farther now. And I'm like, I'm not really trying to hit the ball farther. That's the cool part. It's just the whole kind of tempo. I literally look like Rain Man walking through with my wife. People are laughing at me. I'm like tempo, 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 tempo. And people are looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? And my wife's like, oh no, he's got the bug again, man. It's like, I stopped playing for 30 years because I had a shitty back. And then I picked up the clubs again, you know, 2 years ago again, and it's all coming back. And people are like, hey, you're really good. And I'm like, I'm not really good yet, you know, but I will be. And the crazy part is just my wife actually catches me, like I'm walking with her and I'm like chanting these things that you say. And I'm just like, okay, remember tempo, 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 tempo.
That's it.
It's hilarious.
The craziest thing about golf is that the less you do, the less you think, the better you play. The best I've ever played in a single round was, I played the front nine okay. And around the back nine, about the 10th or 11th hole, I started getting really hungry. But I was in the middle of a match, and I couldn't leave. And all I could remember to myself was when we drove by the clubhouse on the 10th hole, I was like, I want to get something to eat, but there was a line. And I looked through the window, and they had this cheese pizza in the window.
Looked incredible, I bet.
Oh, my God. That's so good right now. So the entire round, I was so hungry that all I could think about was that cheese pizza. I couldn't focus on anything about golf. I'd get over the ball, and I would just smell the cheese or, you know, it was insane. And I played so well. And I go, wait a minute. You're telling me that after all this time and all these tips and all these thoughts and all this garbage, my mind was so detached from golf that I wasn't overthinking. And then I dove into that. And I was like, you know, if I told both of you right now, here, let's try this right now. Yeah. Both of you right now, scratch your head. Scratch your head. Okay. Without thinking, you scratched your head. Now, I want you to do something. I want you to scratch your head. But first, I want you to extend your arm. Extend your arm. Okay. Now I want you to release your fingers. Now I want you to bend at the elbow, but also lift with the elbow. Now bend your fingers back and then at an angle lift. Bro, you'll be here all day trying to scratch your head.
Yeah. I
and
get
that's
it.
how people are with the golf swing. They have 45 thoughts that they're trying to accomplish in that quick of a swing.
You know what I think?
Do it.
I think what happened, and I mean, obviously it's been years and years and years and years, people have been teaching people how to swing a golf club, but it's like everybody had to have their thing. Like, okay, now we're going to talk about hands. We're going to, so they keep adding these elements to it because now they're the guy that does this, you know? Whereas, like you just said, the more simple the instruction, the better. I played baseball to a high level. So when I started playing golf as a kid, and I was, 18 years old or whatever, I picked up a golf club, I pounded the ball 1,000,000 yards, and it went relatively straight. And, it was sort of easy for me. Sure. The more I started watching people telling me how to play golf, though, all of a sudden I developed a slice. Then I tried to fix it. So now I'm hooking the ball, and I'm taking a huge divot. And I'm like, why can't I get back to my 16-year-old swing? Exactly. Like nobody, I don't care who you are, maybe at the very highest level, you can have a swing thought in your backswing and adjust. We're talking the top golfers on the planet Earth. Right. But even somebody that has had that experience, it's still going to create issues for you because it's such a dynamic thing. 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter, one way or the other screws up your golf swing. So
golf can be this big or golf can be this big. Yeah. That's the final answer. Some of these guys on tour, they're elite because they practice like crazy. But I guarantee you when they're playing in the middle of the round, they're not thinking certain swing thoughts.
No.
And if they are, it's one thing. Mm-hmm. There's one thought. And you can have one thought. And the greatest thought that you can have is balance. Yeah. Balance or tempo. Now, tempo is a word that is very general, right? Like I can play a song right now and it could be a fast tempo or it could be a slow tempo. So I can't tell you tempo because you don't know what that is. But balance, if I tell you balance on the ground and you balance on the way back and you balance on the way through, that you can understand. There's no two ways about balance. You're either falling over or you don't. And that is the greatest thing that you can think is just balance. Nice, smooth balance. And if people understood that and got rid of everything, they don't have bad golf swings. They have terrible tempo, terrible rhythm, and terrible balance because they're doing too much. Yeah, for sure. And you're teaching yourself, obviously you're learning off your own golf swing. Like you said, when you golf with other people, you start seeing more and more things. Was there something that acted aside from your own swing improvements as kind of an aha moment with others where you're like, oh, that's something that people are struggling with, or that's something that I can focus on? Because you have some dialogue that you use, shift, turn, things like that. Obviously, I would imagine that comes from those observations. But was there something in someone or a group of people that made you go, this is what I need to do? I think that your true trial and error is really the only way that you can play good golf. You have to learn it. Now, I can tell you what I feel, but what I feel is not what you feel. And sometimes I can tell you, hey, listen, I feel like my right ear is down at the ground when I hit the ball. And you're like, your head is straight, but I feel it a certain way. So everything that I teach feels. Feel this. Feel. I may not even do it, but I'm feeling it. And feeling is the way to play golf. You have to feel it. There's no mathematical equations. No. And if your ball goes where you want it to go 9 times out of 10, your swing is fine. You're playing the game. Don't fix it, So people are so caught up with mimicking how other people play. Bro, we're all different. You walk different than I walk. So hit the ball, and if it goes where you want it to go, you're doing a good job. If it doesn't, then you need to fix it. So there are certain mechanics and certain things that need to be done in the swing for sure. But you need to feel those things. You can't physically do 20 things in one swing. It's a general feeling of the swing.
Jimmy, who's the best person you ever played golf with?
The best as in best player?
Yeah, ever.
Well, I think the person I've played, honestly, there's a guy in my club. His name's Ricky. Ricky Hunter is our club champion, and Ricky Hunter doesn't hit the ball a mile, and he doesn't do anything crazy, but he does it consistently. He gets himself out of trouble, and it's never like oh wow, like he hit it so far and so well. He just plays the game very, very well. I played at Pebble Beach with he's a pro. His name's Rory Sabatini.
Okay, I remember Rory. Yeah,
awesome guy, really fun guy.
You started with that first name, and I was like, his name's Rory, and if you say McElroy, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Rory Sabatini, and he was a great guy. We played at Pebble Beach in the Pro-Am. Didn't hit it a mile, hit it farther than me, but it wasn't like, oh my God. Played pretty average, but inside of 80 yards, he could miss 4 feet on either side of the hole. The cat would be like, miss 4 feet left and it'll release right, and he would miss 4 feet right.
Wow.
Bro, what? Like, that was spectacular. But that was a once in a lifetime thing where I've played with him. I've seen a lot of people play, but I think the person that I play with the most, that I see that I go, man, that guy's great, is Ricky Hunter from the Tropicana.
Ricky Hunter getting a shout out, eh?
Yeah.
Come on, Ricky.
He's great, man. He's a great player and just does keep it simple and doesn't miss. His big philosophy is don't make 2 mistakes in a row. You can make a mistake. Mistakes are going to happen, but don't make 2 in a row. And damn it, he does it, man. He'll get himself in trouble, and the next shot, he'll hit it 4 feet from the out of bounds fence, and he makes birdie. What the hell, dude? He goes, I don't know, man. Just don't make the same mistake twice. I go, easier said than done.
Easier said than done. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's great. He's a great golfer.
Do you feel like golfers in general, because I mean, golf's exploded. I would say in the last 10 years, golf's gone through a bit of a transformation for sure. I mean, the last 5 years even, there's been quite the transformation, obviously, with LIV and the way that the media is looking at golf and the way that golfers are attaching to the fans as well. You look at guys like Bryson with their YouTube channels and things like that. Right. Do you feel like that's, obviously it's bringing more people to golf, but with all of the different instruction you can get nowadays, you can pop on YouTube and you can type in any one of the popular instructors, yourself included, of course. But do you feel like that's improving people's game, or are we looking at people that are getting too sort of muddled up and it's just going the opposite direction?
I think that you can learn a lot from YouTube, from Instagram. I really do. I think that it's way better than books that we used to have, because we'd have a book and it was from whomever, Tom Kite or whatever, and you'd read the book and you'd be like, I don't really understand this, and there'd be like some hand-drawn picture and you just didn't get it. So now you have the ability, and I know it happens to you. You'll watch a video and you go, doesn't resonate with me. Scroll up, oh, that one resonates with me. So everybody's mind is different, and what works for you or that person may not work for the next person. So you have the ability to get more information, and maybe one of those tips will work for you, So I think it is better now. I know a lot of people will say, oh no, it's too flooded and they don't know anything. And listen, man, everybody at some point hits great golf shots, right? And pros hit great golf shots. So you're on the same level as a pro for an instant, right? The only difference is
go back to golf all the time, right?
They can do it consistently. You can hit a 330-yard drive and be like, whoa. And so do the pros. But then, then you'll chunk your second shot. So the only thing that really works, you can watch tips, and I encourage you to watch tips, and whatever clicks in your brain, go, oh, okay, I like that. Use it. Try it. Try everything until you find what works for you. But you must try it, and when you try it slow. I see so many people take a tip and they go out to the driving range and it's driver as hard as you can. Go, of course that's not going to work, bro. Yeah. Calm down. Like, learn it. I learned that. My dad, I played guitar at a young age. I played my whole life. And I would want to learn every B.B. King solo, every Eric Clapton, every Slash solo. And I would hear it and I'd try to mimic it. And he goes, no. My dad would tell me, no, listen, you're not going to play that like that. Slash has played that riff 55,000 times.
Forever. Yeah.
And that's the final version. Yeah. That's the best one he ever played. You think you're going to play it like that on your first 20 tries? No. Learn it note by note, the first part. Then learn the second part. Then learn the third part and learn it slow, because it is muscle memory. You cannot trick your body into learning anything full speed. When you start walking as a toddler, you don't get up and run across the room. You're doing this for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
People think they're going to get a tip and go out to the driving range and swing full. No, come on, man. Calm down. Slow it down. Tempo, rhythm, balance. And you will learn anything. And you can be a great player.
I feel like golf's a one unique sport, though. Like, you take any sport, let's say take baseball. Nobody thinks they can go out there and throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with 3 feet of movement. It's just no one thinks that, right? No one thinks they're going to pick up a bat, hit a 500-foot home run.
Yeah, not going to happen.
For some reason, especially off a guy throwing 95, 3 feet of movement. But for some reason, golfers think that they should go to the golf course and shoot par. But par is what the pros shoot. Yeah, I mean, they go under, obviously, sure. But I mean, par is that's the target for a pro, for some of the best people in the world. But we average golfers out there, which are guys that are probably shooting closer to 100, right. They're going out there, they're frustrated they get a bogey, they're frustrated they get a double, they get a par, they're like, it's not a birdie. For some reason, we got this weird mindset in golf. And it's also just a pastime. It's supposed to make us happy, not kick shit around and break golf clubs and stuff. But for some reason, we've done it. And I don't know what it is, but like you say, if you're going to go and practice something, you got to do it step by step. You got to do it slowly, and you just don't see that very often.
There's two different reasons that we do that. Number one, because there is a number that you're trying to reach. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you go play basketball in the park with people, like you're just playing. You're not trying to make 30 points or 50 rebounds. Right?
That's right.
Having fun. But in golf, instantly on the first tee, you go, oh, shit, I got to shoot 72. Yeah. Well, now you're like, why can't I do it? Well, you're not a pro. You don't do this every day. Like, there should be a different par for the person that plays 3 times a month versus the person that plays every day.
Totally.
I shoot 72. The guy that plays 3 times a year shouldn't have to shoot 72. Yeah. And as soon as he shoots whatever he shoots, he's like, I'm way over par. Well, he's on par for how much he plays. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I think you came up with something there, Jimmy. I think that's a new concept down the road that golf courses might look into doing something like that, because I noticed it at my private golf course that I belong to. Guys are playing the back tees where it's 7,100 yards, and they have no business playing from back there because they have a hard time even reaching the fairway. And I play the silver ones in the middle. And people are like, oh, Mark, you should play the back tees. I'm like, guys, I'm 58 years old, man. I'm a 7 handicap. I'm not playing from back there. It just makes no sense, right? And I think that's the whole thing. Like, when you get around golf people long enough, everybody's talking about how far they hit the ball but they don't hit it that far. Right. And they talk about, like you said, that number says 72 or 71 at the beginning, and they actually in their mind think they should shoot that. But you tell me any sport that you've ever seen in your life where you excel at, where you don't have to practice.
Right.
And golf is the number one sport in the world probably that you have to practice.
For
and
sure
you see people talk how shitty their putting is. And then all of a sudden you ask, and I've asked guys, I'm like, hey, bro, have you practiced your putting? And they go, yeah, right before we tee off. I put down 3 balls. I knock into the hole 3 times, and that's my practice. And I'm like, you wonder why you 3-putt 7 greens, It's like that's what people don't understand. There's a lot of delusion in golf where people actually get up. I saw a great video the other day where they were showing at an actual golf event where the fans were dressed like the golfers. And I go, it's the only sport in the world that you see that. You don't see people walking around an NFL game dressed like the players. Yeah. But in golf, they dress like the players. And it's just, I think there's a lot of delusion involved. A lot.
So much. There is a way, though. If you have, the handicap system, the USGA handicap system is pretty good. So you can report scores, and then it gives you a handicap. And it'll tell you, let's say you're a 20 handicap. So if the par is 72, technically you should shoot 92. So you can go into the round and go, okay, 92 is my number, right? Like 92 is my number, not 72. Let's see if I can shoot my handicap. And then that way you start playing a whole different game. Because now you're like, I didn't birdie this hole. Well, you're not going to birdie the hole, man. Like,
that's right.
Go for 92. Don't go for 72. Get your mind where it's positive. We're like, hey, I can shoot 92. That'll be good. Like, forget about 72. That's the problem. And then you compound it. They hit a bad shot. They're so mad. Then they hit another one. They're like, now I'm never going to break 72. Bro, you're not going to break 72. Stop.
Ever.
It's not going to happen. Okay? Get your handicap. Shoot your handicap first. And then you'll notice that the handicap starts coming down. And you go, damn, now I'm shooting my handicap and the thing's coming down. Yeah. That's how you play the game. Don't just, expect to go out in the first week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years, and think that you're going to, be a professional horse racer when you've never been on a horse. Like,
Correct.
Calm down, play your game, and try to have some fun, please.
Yeah, if possible.
If possible.
That's the most important.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of golf. But for some reason, people make it into this like stress sort of insinuation. It's just like, I don't understand. I played golf a little bit, every year I try to. I haven't played much lately. I'm busy, kids, whatever. But when I tried to play golf, I always tried to do it to a point where I was enjoying myself. And then I got to a point where I thought I should be competitive because I'm an idiot. And then golf got not fun at all. It was ridiculous. And I thought, I'm good at this. I hit the ball far. I can do blah, blah, blah. As soon as I started giving myself some stupid task where I had to complete it, now I was spending my free time paying to piss myself off instead of paying to actually enjoy my free time in the fresh air, whatever the case. When I played to have fun, I shot way lower. I was doing I was doing a lot better. So it's a weird game in that sense. We all run out there expecting to be pros, and it is what it is. But I want to shift it a little bit because you've obviously gathered a massive following through social media platforms. And when I say shift, we're still going to talk about golf. But through that process, there must have been some stuff that made you feel like there was a direction you wanted to go with things. Obviously, you even have your own aesthetic, I would say, with your, sort of a retro vibe. You got your glasses, you've got other companies and stuff like that you're working with. But through social media, what was it that pushed you down a particular path? Or was there something consistent you kept hearing like, hey, we want to see more of this? Or were there videos that were blowing up more than others? Because you've really got a good organized and curated social media that somebody could go on, they could really learn something, but I'm sure it took a process to get there.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It started as a child. We weren't a big golf family, right? We would watch golf on TV, and the only golfers that I knew were Lee Trevino and Chichi Rodriguez. That's who my dad would talk about, and that's who we would watch on TV. That's it. I knew about Arnold Palmer. I knew about Jack, and obviously I knew about Tiger. But they weren't prolific in my house. Like, it was whatever.
Yeah.
We watched Lee and we watched Chi-Chi, and I'd see the sword dance, and I'd see the shirts and the hat, and I'd be like, wow, like that's great, So time goes on. I kind of forget about it. I start doing my own thing, doing other things. And then I get into Instagram, and I'm watching. This is, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, 10 years ago. Whatever. And I'm back into golf. I'm back playing a lot of golf. And all I see is what I see on tour. Tiger and, Brooks Koepka and whoever, all these random guys. And then I see this guy. He comes on the Instagram feed. His name's Ryan Engel from Nation Golf. If you've never seen Nation Golf, I encourage you to look up. There was 7 golf accounts, and he was one of them. And he had, this is like this. This is his polo. He created this brand. It's called Nation Golf. This is his grandfather. It's this retro 1960s Palm Springs vibe.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I go, oh my God, this is me. Like, this is what I love. But I was going to thrift stores and stuff and finding one out of a million. I'd find a cool
forever.
And pants, and it was very tough. It would take me forever to find anything cool. And I go, this guy makes this stuff? So I start researching him, and he's exactly who the brand is. He's just cool, and he's in Palm Springs, and I go, I got to reach out to this guy. And there wasn't many people like him and I then. There was a handful of us, right? Yeah. And nobody was, I guess, I hear a lot, I can't pull that look off. I can't pull that look off. I'm not trying to pull any look off. This is what I like, and this is what I'm going to wear. So I gravitated towards him, and then I learned so much, right? Like, I learned all about the history of golf in Palm Springs, and Arnold Palmer, and Bob Hope, and Trevino, and
That's
Jack.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm now in this hole of 1958 through 1964 golf, and I go, this is me. Like, this speaks directly to me. Like, I can't wear Puma. Like, I don't like Puma. I don't like, Under Armour. Like, I just can't do it. Like, it doesn't, I like this. So I dive in with him, and he's a great friend now, and I support him all the time, and I'm always wearing these Nation Golf polos. He's the greatest. He's authentic, and that's how this was all built. But there was underlying, I'm a 50s music guy. I love Chuck Berry and Fats Domino and Johnny Cash, and I love that stuff. And this is that in golf. So how could I not be involved in it? So yeah, I have my certain look or this and the other, but it all stems from me finding these guys, Nation, to go, wait a minute, you're telling me that yesteryear is here again, and I can wear and look like those guys? And then it just exploded, and I've just stayed in that target. I can't wear today's stuff. I don't like it. I mean, I could wear it, but I don't like it.
Jimmy, what's your dream foursome of all time, living or dead?
Oh man, Trevino for sure.
Yes.
Trevino, I guess now. I don't care. Trevino's awesome.
One way or the other.
Trevino, Dean Martin.
Oh, man, you're speaking my language, too.
Trevino, Dean Martin.
You're not getting through a whole 18. You got Dean Martin with you, though.
No way.
You're stopping.
They won't get past 9. They won't get past 9.
Yeah. And that's okay with me. And I think just to ride along, he wasn't a golfer. He had no idea, but my grandfather is somebody that I didn't speak to. I mean, not that I didn't speak to, but I didn't know him as myself being an adult. He was 17 when I died. So now, knowing what I know and being who I am, that'd be, because he lived that time, right? Yeah. So he would be in with those guys. So I think it would be just phenomenal to spend a day with those three guys.
100%. Dean Martin's a great. I would never have expected you to say Dean Martin. I'm a massive fan of his, and I mean, that guy would just be it'd be the best. It would be.
Could you just imagine Trevino and Dean Martin all day long?
I can.
I wouldn't say a word, man.
Not a word.
I would just watch and just listen. And I like to talk. And I would like Lee Trevino says, he goes, I wake up super early in the morning. I'm just excited to hear what I'm going to say. I just want to hear.
We got a lot of questions, people asking us. They were thinking, so many people think that you come from an Italian background and not a Spanish one. Can you please, for people watching, once and for all, is it tacos or is it pizza for you? Man. It's driving me nuts. People are ringing me today asking me, Mark, you got to ask him, is he Italian or is he Spanish, Mexican? What the hell is this guy?
Well, you were crushing pasta the other day and drinking some shot enough to pop. So, I mean, it's you sort of threw us off there.
I am Cuban.
Cuban.
There you go.
That's what I said.
The biggest and best nightclub that has ever existed was in the 30s in Havana, Cuba, called the Tropicana nightclub.
Tropicana, yeah.
No way.
That's where this all, when I had to pick a name, it goes back to my grandfather, and I go, this is it. This is the era. Even then I knew, I was like, this is the era. This is where I would be. If I could, I would go there. That's it for me. The suits and the proper.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Life. In the Caribbean, in this playground, this oasis in the middle of the ocean that was just beautiful, and everybody was beautiful, and the rum was flowing, and it was great. And the cigars and the golf and the life,
all the things.
So I thought, what better name? This is the Tropicana. This is a place like that. I want people to feel that. When I articulate what Tropicana nightclub was and the vibe that was there, that's what I try to harness. So when you come play golf with us, or you think of me or whatever, that's how I want you to feel. Vacation, oasis, tropical. Yeah. So it's a good name, a good feeling, and it pays homage to my family who came from Cuba.
Of course.
That's the answer. Cuba.
Yeah, I mean, it's making sense a lot more why people are following you, because I think describing golf like that sounds a hell of a lot better than just going and punching a couple of golf balls into a couple holes.
No.
Jimmy, you've never been to Canada, eh?
Yeah, I went. As a child. My dad came home one afternoon with a motorhome. It was a Friday
Of course
afternoon.
he
I
did.
remember it.
Of course he did.
Great idea.
And he comes home and he goes, "Get in." And I go, it was my mom, my dad, and I. And my mom's like, "Where are we going?" He goes, "I don't know. Pack for 2 weeks."
Wow.
2 weeks. So we went all the way up the coast, all the way up. We went into Canada. I have pictures of myself with Mounties. Obviously, you know the Mounties.
Yeah.
They don't really wear the hats and stuff, but we got them.
Yeah,
They do not.
I went to a fort.
Yeah, you were in BC, I would imagine. So
What's
you
the name
probably
of
went to Fort Langley or something like that. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I watched this show of these horses and the Mounties, and it was cool. It was something that I had never seen before. So we were up there for like 4 days. We just drove around, and then we came back and came down through, I don't know, Oregon and all that stuff. Went to the Four Corners down here in Mexico, and then we pulled in the driveway. We get out. And I never see the motorhome ever again. What happened? He goes,
we're gonna figure a way, Jimmy, though, next year, because it's gonna snow here in the next 2 months, 3 months where I live.
Yeah.
So right now it's beautiful, but next year sometime we're gonna figure some way to bring you to Canada and do some seminars here and some events, and so that you have it on record, right? Because I know a lot of people talk shit. So, but you'll know when you find out about me that when I say it out loud, I gotta say it out loud. And
so
it's not. I don't use the term manifestation at all. But when I say it, it's the Muhammad Ali theory. And when I say it, it means it's going to happen. And TJ and I will work on something to get both places. So once you get across the border, we'll do like a 2-3 day thing and have you come to Edmonton, have you come to the BC area, and Canadians will go absolutely crazy for you. Absolutely crazy. The people that we
the most I've had responses.
I was up there as a kid, but I don't remember much. I'd love to do it.
You'll remember this. You'll remember this time, and also too, what's going to happen is people. That's what they understand. Like since you were a kid, you didn't see Canada the right way. You come back this time, you're going to see it the right way. But the response you'll have in Canada, you will be shocked on how many. There's not one person at the club I belong to, Black Hawk Golf and Country Club, that didn't message me in the last week that said, "Holy shit, Mark, you have Jimmy Tropicana on your podcast." And we've had guys that won Pro Bowls. We've had guys that have won, the Super Bowl. We've had guys that won the Stanley Cup. We've had on this show. But the amount of people that messaged us that you were being on the show is 10 times any of those guests.
I'd love to come to Black Hawk. I'd love to see those guys. I'd love to play and meet everybody and maybe put on a little clinic up there. So
Correct.
Let's make it happen.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll work with your people and us, and we'll make it happen. Now you have people, Jimmy. That's not a bad thing.
No, I have a crew who's helping me now, and it's good. I was telling TJ that I see things a certain way, and it's hard right now for me to take my eyes and say, look at it like this. Like I want things to look like this. But as we go on, I'm learning how to explain to people, this is how we do things. This is how things need to look. This is the presentation. This is the you got to be courteous, and you have to take everything like you guys. You asked me to do something. I said, let's do it. And I think a lot of people when they're working for somebody, they're like, I'll get to it when I can, and that drive, like I get 500, 600, 700 messages a day, and I can't respond to everybody, but I try. I do try. And every time I get a second, I can sit on my couch all day and do it, but my kids are here, and like I'm not going to be like, what? So like I try to balance everything, and I'm not going to have somebody respond on my behalf.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because they're not going to respond the way that, people are telling me, hey, I broke 110 today. And I'm like, okay, good. That's a step. If I have somebody else do it, they go, who cares? You suck. I'm like, no, bro, you have to like congratulate people on their wins, and that's good. Maybe you shot 120 last week. Now you shot 109. Hey man, that's a huge improvement. Mm-hmm. That's huge. So I try to go through every single message, and I run out of time. There's only so many, and I prioritize my kids, and I take them to every practice, and I coach, and I'm here and I'm there, and my family, and I'm picking kids up and dropping them off, and they're like, "What are you? Why are you here?" And I'm like, "I have to pick up my kids. Don't you have somebody to pick up?" No, I don't have. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to
Why would
send
you
somebody
want
to
to do
pick up
that?
my kids. Like my kids don't
Yeah.
care that I make
Yeah.
YouTube videos, you know.
They do not.
No.
No, they do
They don't
not.
care about much.
No.
So it's a lot, but it's been a hell of a ride. And in the last 24 hours, it's been insane. I posted a video yesterday about keeping your back knee from going to the ball. Right, your right knee. Everybody on their downswing, their right knee goes towards the ball. It causes your shoulders move.
Yeah.
And now you're over the top, and that thing has exploded. When we started this conversation, I think there was 1 million views. I don't know where it's at now, but 1 million views in 24 hours. I know most people don't even understand or care what that is, but it's not the views that I'm interested in. It's the interaction. So with that 1 million views comes, you can think about it. 1% of those people send me a message.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Think about how many messages that is from one video, along with all the other videos. So like, I try to get to everybody, but it's just, and that's just Instagram. Then I got YouTube. And
TikTok, Facebook. Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn how to balance all that.
Well, social media, when something pops off on social media, and if you continue with it and then you take it and you grow with it and you cultivate something like you have, it is, and people really don't look, it's starting to get better. People are starting to realize that doing what you do is very much a full-time job that probably many people have to manage, but it's a lot of work, and there's so much that goes into the back end, getting the videos up, and then on top of that, trying to, like you say, trying to respond to people, it's nearly impossible. But
the filming of the video is the easiest part for me. So I don't call that work. That's not work. I'm going out on a golf course and telling you what to do. Now, and I'm not complaining or listen, I know that people have real demanding jobs and they're important jobs, and what I do is a hobby. I get that. I'd be the first one to tell you, shut up and sit down. You make videos for the internet. But, I'm just telling you that I want to get to everybody. I really do. But if I could just have somebody sit next to me and read me the thing and say, okay, say this back, and then they just they just type it, that'd be great. But I read it and then I got to type it, and I'm not the greatest at typing, and it just takes me forever. And to formulate the thought and say, I wish I could write a paragraph to everybody and be like, well, why don't you try this? I just don't have enough time. I just don't have enough time. But it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride for sure. And I love doing it. And I love people that say, I've played my best golf ever. Dude, that is like, I'm just a guy just giving you advice. I'm not a licensed, certified PGA pro that is doing this his whole life. And those guys are awesome. Mm-hmm. Those guys know they know the biology of the body, right? They know exactly how every muscle's supposed to move, and whatever.
Maybe that's the problem, though, Jimmy. That's the problem, because when I put on an Instagram story that you're my swing coach, I got 25 golf professionals writing me a message going, why have you never took a lesson with me, Mark? And I said, you know why I've never took a lesson with you? Because you're going to talk about the anatomy of the anatomy and all this other bullshit. And I don't stand over top of the ball like Patrick Cantley for 4 hours and sit there and contemplate how I'm going to hit this ball. I go warm up. I don't even take practice swings. I think it's a waste of my energy. And so what happens is people are like, oh, Mark, how do you shoot 79 or 77? And I'm like, well, I watch Jimmy. He's my swing coach, and they think I'm a lunatic because they think I'm. You imagine we're on the show together, but prior to the show, we've never met before, and I call you my swing coach. People are like, Mark, do you know him? And I go, no. I said he's my swing coach. You go to his YouTube channel, subscribe today. Go to his Instagram, watch what he's doing. It'll simplify things immensely for you. Immensely. Like, just simplify it. The second someone starts talking about biological this and that, I'm out, man. And I've told golf pros that even at my own golf course, where they're like, "Hey, are you having problems with the fairway bunkers?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm working on it." But I'm not taking lessons with them because they're going to chop down this thing that I built already that shoots this number, and only the way it can go is down. Meaning, like,
Right.
if you start cluttering my mind with all these things. And that's the number one problem when you say PGA. I know, and I know you're trying to show homage to them right now, but a lot of those people are wrecking the game of golf for a lot of people.
I don't want to say that. I think that the PGA,
Yeah, you don't have to. I just did.
I think that teaching professionals have worked very, very hard
Sure.
get where they are, and they know their shit. Bottom line, they are sharp individuals. I've worked with them before. I've learned from them, and they know. They have millions of hours of experience. So shout out to those guys for putting in the work. Honestly, I really do. What you're saying is that their vocabulary and the way that they explain things.
Correct.
They're so smart that it's hard for us to understand. They'll tell you, ulnar deviation and supination and radiation and all this thing. And I
You're correct. You're correct.
And I go, make a V with your arms and then swing it. And they go, what kind of shit is that? I go, I don't know. It works.
Yeah.
So the way that they teach, and let's be clear, some people learn best with that kind of description. They're very analytical, and they need to know the X
small
to the
amount
Y
of people,
and the
Jimmy.
flux capacitor. It's very important. But some people, they go, hey, go like this. And they go, oh, all right. And then, and it works, So, like, there's it works different strokes for different folks.
Sure.
I have my first ever golf lesson. I got married last year. Mark was my best man, of course. And we were going down to Scottsdale for my bachelor party. So we were playing a lot of golf. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go and get a lesson like right before we go down just to fucking ruin my golf game. And, I play okay. Like I hit the ball far and I can do some impressive things, but I fall apart sometimes here and there and I end up shooting 90 or 88 or 81 or whatever. Like it is what it is. Right. But I thought if I get a lesson, I might shoot 65, like maybe I'll be the best golfer that ever lived. And so I go to get a lesson, and lo and behold, my drive, they basically took it and they improved it a little bit, which is great. But my drive was probably my best part of my game anyway. So it's like, whatever. But then I got a case, Mark will remember this. We get down, we're playing at TPC, and I got the shanks. And I'd never shanked a ball in my life, but it was probably a simple little thing, nothing serious. I did do one more lesson. They ended up fixing it. So it's like, hey, they know what they're doing, but it's a process I think that people need to understand as well. You don't just go into a lesson and, like you said before, you don't just see something that's great and then repeat it. You have to go through the steps of building the greatness. And I think that's part of the problem that people have with lessons in golf because they stop doing it after 2 or 3.
Here's a perfect explanation for that. And golf pros will agree with me. A golf pro is a fitness trainer at the gym. If you go see a fitness trainer at the gym and you walk in and you say, hi, I'm a fat ass and I want to lose weight and get in shape, they're going to go, okay, do this, 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 and this. You're going to walk out that door. You're not going to be Superman when you walk out that door. No. You need 6 years of doing that to get into shape. But people think they're going to go see a guy and he's going to give them some secret pill and a password and they're going to be Tiger Woods the next day.
Yeah,
buddy, they're going to set you on the right track. Yeah. It's your job to continue down the path. Like, don't take it out on the pro because you went and saw him 3 times and you suck. 100%. And you're like, well, he didn't fix me. No, bro. You didn't fix yourself. You didn't practice any of the stuff he said.
Correct.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Well, look, let's settle. Maybe get your opinion on something. Mark and I argue about this all the time. Okay. I'm curious. I know your retro tendencies, so we'll see if you're leaning one way or the other. But best golfer of all time.
Oh my God.
Be careful, Jimmy.
Best golfer.
Okay, Let's try to figure out. Okay, there's 2. I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
No, just the same one. Don't rephrase it now. Come on now.
Mark, because you'll lose if I ask him that question. So, Mark, I'm doing this for you. Best career of all time and best golfer player of all time.
Wow. I think oh my God. Obviously, I think that. Oh my! I mean, it's tough. It really is tough.
It really isn't, guys. It's not that tough.
If you're gonna go by stats,
Sure.
then it's Tiger.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're gonna go by stats, it's Tiger. If you're gonna go by longevity, right? Best career golfer, it's Jack.
Yeah. If they play heads up in their prime.
If you're going to go with best and most, the person that brought the most to the game, Byron Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's those.
I can live with that. I can live with that answer.
I agree. That's the way I look at it too. I think that when you look at the statistical stuff, it's hard to argue against Tiger. He's got some things that even like Scheffler right now is doing some things that we haven't seen since Tiger. So
he's not even in the playing field yet.
And people get this thing like, oh my God, Scheffler's going to catch Tiger. He's going to do this because it's so impressive. But then you go back and you look at Tiger's career and you go, ooh, shit, like he's still got a long ways to go. But Tiger was just so dominant when he was dominant.
Tiger was super dominant, but I think the person that was best in their time, and that's time. When they played, they were the most powerful and unrespected. Sam Snead.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
There's a ringer.
He like you say, respected and, looked at as somebody that couldn't be beat and all that sort of stuff. For sure. He's got to be up there too.
Who is the best ball striker of all time?
Oh, that's Mo Norman.
Mo Norman. There you go.
Jimmy, I played with Mo Norman in a par 3 tournament in Windsor, Ontario, Canada when I was a kid. And I then followed him around for the next 4 days.
Yeah.
Because first of all, most people don't know this, but he lived in his Cadillac in the parking lot of Roseland Golf and Country Club in Windsor, Ontario for the 6 days he was there.
Yeah,
and he wore
parking lot. Yeah, you're just at the course. Why?
Yeah.
Why go to a hotel?
Yeah, it's easy.
Why go to a hotel? I'm already here.
Yeah,
balls all day, thousands.
110 degrees outside. 110 degrees outside. This guy's wearing a red turtleneck and a pair of black pants.
Sweat it out.
Yeah.
I'm the only golfer living. Can play golf at midnight. Me and my homies. Right down the middle. Every time.
Oh my God. It's like he just came back.
You got it down. So few guys. Listen,
Jim, you know what's crazy?
Now when you got a Mo Norman impression, you're a real golf guy. That's for sure.
That's probably one of the better impressions I've heard. I played with him in the par 3 tournament, and I knew right away that he, even as a kid, there was something wrong with him, like mentally, right? Yeah. And then as they became an adult, he would be clinically as an autistic person now. He would have been
definitely.
Yeah, he was very autistic.
For sure.
I remember though I said I'm going to come and watch his practice round, and not one person was there to watch his practice round but me. So I was walking around with him, and he was on this par 5, and he was about 260 yards away, and he said, now I'm not going to try to do the imitation like you because I would just do disservice to it. But he said, he took his driver out, and he said, I'm going to knock it through the bunker to put it on the green because I can't stop the driver on the green. 260 yards away, I swear to God, I saw with my own eyes. He takes out the driver with the big stance, whacks the ball about a foot off the ground, catches the bunker, skips out of the bunker, lands on the green 10 feet away for eagle. I said to the golf pro, I said, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. A human being be able to control the ball, didn't miss one fairway, was not in the rough the entire time, and then went back and slept in his car that night, took a shower in the clubhouse. But it was bananas.
I think if I could spend a day with Mo Norman, I wouldn't ask him one golf question at all.
I would
like, Mo, what is the best topping to put on a pizza? No cheese, only. No pepperoni, just cheese. Cheese.
Oh, it was crazy. 110 degrees, turtleneck, and black pants. It was
It's okay.
bananas.
Sleep there. Come early. Work
Yeah.
hard. No.
Efficiency.
Never this. Always this. I love that guy. I love that guy. I've mimicked his. He's right though.
Yeah.
He's right. No. He goes, no. This.
He's so
Never this.
right. It's
Always
just
this.
he's
the
too
greatest.
right.
He's the greatest. He would be phenomenal to have on like talk shows or like an Ed McMahon, Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon. Could you imagine?
No, you can't.
Mo Norman's
You can't
your
have him on.
sidekick?
No,
he would be a
can't.
great sidekick, but he would
Guys,
end up
you can't
running
have
on
Mo
a
Norman
tangent
on
for like
television.
13 minutes
Is
going.
something wrong with you two?
Yeah,
I love him.
It would be
Listen,
tricky,
something's
that's for
wrong with
sure.
you two. You can't have Mo Norman on television. Trust me, I met him.
Yeah.
I played 9
Yeah.
holes on a par 3 golf course with him before, and he didn't miss a green. He was within 15 feet of every hole. When he'd miss a putt, he blamed it on the green. He said there's something flawed with the green,
It's an
and
earthquake. Can't be.
yeah,
Can't be. My
yeah, it
eyes.
can't
Look
be
at
him.
Great. Great vision. 2020. 2020. Feeling greatness.
The best. Listen,
Do you think there should be a statue somewhere in Canada
1000%. There should
of
be
him
20 statues.
somewhere?
every
He's the
parking lot
greatest.
of every
He's the
golf course should have a
great-
statue.
He's the greatest. He's people don't they don't understand. They don't understand.
And they don't know him.
that much.
They don't know him today.
They don't know. They don't know.
No.
And they don't understand. The people that know him don't understand how brilliant he really was.
Yeah.
To be able to do what he did, he put on that clinic and it was unbelievable. He hit 20,000 golf balls in one clinic and you'd be like, are you going to get tired? No! Never.
Golf all day.
Yeah. Never a bad back. Never a bad back either because of the swing. Everybody else got back problems. Nothing.
He had to move.
He had 4 teeth, but no bad back.
He had the worst chiclets. Oh, I saw them up close, eh?
No, he's him and Trevino, man. Those guys,
legends.
That's what golf is missing today.
I totally agree.
Personality, man.
Arnie had a great personality. These guys today,
awesome.
How'd you do today? I don't know. It was all right. I can do better. Shut up.
Yeah, I agree.
Have a drink. Say something, man. I don't know. It's really tough.
There's a problem when people say that.
You're right. Nobody has that. Nobody.
It's an issue when people are saying that Bryson is bringing personality to the golf world. Because look, I like Bryson. His YouTube channel's fine.
Yeah.
But personality is not his strong point. That's for sure. No. And I mean, you ask anybody a question, like you say, it's like, yeah, I played my best out there today. Tomorrow I'll try to hit more greens and we'll see.
That's
we'll
it.
see where we're at,
That's the answer that they give. Exactly. I'll just try to do better tomorrow.
Yep.
I'd be like, listen, that shit was hard out there. I played so
right.
good today.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so pumped. I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to have a cocktail. I'm going to be out here tomorrow. I'm probably going to be tired, but I'm going to try to do it again. People would go, this dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm following him.
If I played in the Masters, I'd wear a tuxedo, bro. I'd wear a tuxedo the first day.
Breathable tuxedo. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you go to the prom, you wear a tuxedo. Like, this is the greatest place ever. Dress up. They go out there in hoodies and then get the fuck out of here, bro.
Couldn't fucking agree more.
Dorks. They're dorks. They're dorks.
They are dorky. It is dorky.
They're golf dorks. And it's sad. Like, I understand that you're an athlete, but you can also have a person. Like, calm down, bro. Like, you're not curing cancer. You're hitting a golf ball around.
You would think that
Very
the PGA Tour would figure out that you and Manolo are friends and gift you guys some kind of like comp thing for you guys to play on the weekends, not the Thursday, Friday, but the Saturday, Sunday, having you and Manolo in the same foursome and having you guys mic'd up. I wonder if the PGA ratings would rise.
They would.
Dude, the best parts of Manolo and I's conversation, like tomorrow we're joining this new club. We're joining this new golf club in the high desert.
Oh.
And it's 70 miles from LA, but it's awesome. It's super nice. And it's just, I mean, it's not Augusta. Okay. But it's like, it's us. Like, we're kind of just like street kids, but with a little bit of like flair. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So we'll go up there tomorrow. And if we just had microphones and a cameraman that just was away from us, bro, you guys would die the stuff that we talk about. And he had this relationship 10 years ago. And every time he hits a bad shot or something happens, I go, "You're thinking about her, huh?" Shut up. It's like, it has nothing to do with the situation. He doesn't have any relation to her ever at all. It's been dead forever. She's married, has kids, this whole thing. I go, "You're thinking about her." Shut up. Stop it. And it's just back and forth, this banter of just nonsense. And it's a show, man.
That's missing in Jimmy. That's missing
like
in the world now today everywhere. You know what I mean? It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna film some stuff tomorrow. I'll give you guys a shout out on it for that.
That's awesome.
For that recommendation. But yeah, we're gonna be up there all day tomorrow, and we'll be boozing a little bit and having a couple cigars and playing golf and just doing what we do.
Yeah. Wicked. Well, listen, Jimmy, we could talk all day for sure. We really appreciate you coming on, man. You're doing great things. You're killing it. We love seeing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Both big fans, of course. But I will leave the last word with you before you leave. Anything you want to leave, anything you got coming up, anything that you're working on right now, I'll leave it with you before you say goodbye.
I got a lot coming up. I got a lot of things happening. I'm going for what people want. People ask me for things. Hey, like for example, these sunglasses. Where do you get your sunglasses? Where do you get? So I had these sunglasses made. So now I got my own sunglasses. People are going crazy over sunglasses. The next thing is the pants. Look through the messages. And if you had $1 for every time people ask about the pants, you guys would be millionaires. The pants are coming. They will be here by Christmas. I'm not just running some stock pant from, wherever in downtown. Like, I'm making them the way that I want them, the way that I wear them. I'm taking replicas of the stuff that I have, and I said, make this. And if you can't make this, don't make it, because this is what I want. The pants that I have on, look at these. The pants that I have on are from 1970.
No way.
They're still here. I'm still wearing them.
And they still look great. Yeah.
Go to Mervyn's. Go to Nordstrom. Go anywhere and buy a pair of pants. And I'll call you in 40 years and see if you still have those pants. Those things will be ripped. You wash them 4 times and they shrink.
And they're done.
You're right.
In 40 years,
you're right.
So I said, do you understand that this is what I want? And the guy's like, how about this? I said, I'm going to walk out of here. This. Make this. Copy, paste this. He's like, okay. It's going to take me months to get the polyester. I go, I don't care. Get it. Find it. Make it. Whatever it is. Because this was stuff that was made well. Like, they took time to make things. Now it's
that's
how
many
can we make it a day? 50,000 a day? Try to make 100,000 a day. So he's like, you can't get that fabric. They don't make that fabric. I said, make the fabric. Get the fabric. I don't know. I don't care what it costs, but I'm not going to send somebody a pair of pants that is not exactly what I'm wearing. Mm-hmm. I have like 6 pairs of pants that I can wear because I love them so much that I don't buy anything new. I have the same old ones, and I take care of my pants. Are my prized possession. I hand wash them. It's like they don't go through the dryer. Like, they're meticulous because God forbid they rip. I can't get any more. They don't make them. Done. So like, I take good care of them. And I told this guy, I said, listen, you are the one that's going to make them for me. Make sure they're exact. So those are coming for the holiday season. Awesome. The sunglasses and all kinds of stuff.
What about a visor? What about the visor?
The visor's sold out, bro. I couldn't keep that thing. That thing sold out instantly. So I'm going to try to get more of those. But those are also things. I want specific retro designs, and I need people that understand exactly what I'm talking about. I got rope hats coming out. The polos, go to Nation Golf, man. I'll never make a polo as good as this. So nationgolf.com, go check them out. Get your polos there.
We will.
I have no interest in even competing with those guys because they are so good, and this is exactly what I love. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not trying to make a buck on. I'd rather look good than make a buck. So But we got a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff coming, and it's really exciting. And I thank everybody for watching. I thank you guys for watching. Every single time that somebody watches it and they improve, man, that's incredible to me. That's absolutely incredible, and I'm glad that I can help. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out. I might not get to you that day, but I will get to you at some point. So send a message, and I'll try to help you out.
Awesome.
Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Thank you, guys.
See you again.
Nice to meet you guys.
Pleasure to meet you as well, man.
When
Have a
does
best
this
day.
come out? How long are we waiting to put this out?
Oh, it comes out in 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
So,
What's Thursday?
Yeah,
What's
we
today?
put
Tuesday?
the stink on it, and it'll go out everywhere.
It'll be out
Awesome.
on Thursday at 2 p.m., which I think is it'll be 1 p.m. Our time and my
great.
time.
All right, I'll tell everybody to tune in.
And then it'll go everywhere.
Much
Great.
appreciated.
And
Have an
everybody,
awesome
save
day.
your money. Jimmy Tropicana coming to Canada next year.
You heard
There
it
you
here
go.
first.
There you go. Cheers, brother. Ciao.
Okay, we'll see you later. Take care.
See you, Jimmy.
Jimmy Tropicana. What a guy. What a guy. Indeed. Mark, that was awesome. Listen, I don't even have anything to say after that. That was a great show. I think it's good. We can wrap it up. You know what? Like, killed it. Awesome. Jimmy's great.
Listen, you can bring on a golfer, but you got to bring on Jimmy Tropicana.
Yeah. Jimmy Tropicana is the guy, man. Awesome. Loved it.
He's my golf coach, and he's yours now.
Yeah, oh, for sure. 100%.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%. Great guy. Loved it. That was an awesome time. Look, I got nothing else. You know,
Listen, guys, but else brought to you by Crystal Glass, our dear advertisers. Your clear choice for all your glass needs. Go to crystalglass.ca today.
Indeed. And listen, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Busted Lip Podcast. Of course, you can follow my counterpart, Mark Pavlich, at Mark Pavlich on all social media platforms. And of course, yours truly, TJ Harstein, myself at TJ Harstein on all social media platforms. Thank you very much for listening. It's a slice. This was awesome. Cheers.
I done tussle with a whale. I done handcuff lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him.